everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE has recently been employing a new strategy when it comes to storylines. However, this is inadvertently proving to be harmful for the stars involved. Or so wrestling veteran Vince Russo believes. Seth Rollins was revealed to be injured, taking him out of SummerSlam contention. However, it turned out to be a work, with Seth eventually cashing in his MITB contract to win the World Heavyweight title from CM Punk. Fans are now suspicious that Triple H might be using the same strategy in Karrion Kross' case, who recently parted ways with the company. Speaking on Writing with Russo, Vince Russo condemned this type of planning. He explained that this air of uncertainty was preventing the former WWE star from receiving offers from promotions like AEW. Watch the full video below. While some are still suspicious that Karrion Kross' departure might be a work, Bill Apter believes that is not the case. Speaking on an episode of the Wrestling Time Machine, the veteran journalist stated, "Only time will tell what is next for Karrion Kross, or if Triple H will bring him back to WWE at some point." WWE has been in a constant state of evolution since Triple H assumed creative control, but not all changes are being received with praise. In fact, one wrestling veteran believes that the new regime's tactics might actually be harmful to stars who are considering leaving the company for opportunities elsewhere, particularly All Elite Wrestling. This has sparked a heated debate in the wrestling community about loyalty, creative freedom, and the future of talent movement between the two biggest promotions in the world. According to the veteran, Triple H's fresh approach, which on the surface appears to be innovative and talent-friendly, is in reality closing doors for stars who may want to explore AEW or other promotions. The wrestling legend suggested that Hunter's strategy is less about building new stars for WWE and more about securing exclusivity in the industry by making it harder for talent to exit. This comes at a time when AEW continues to make high-profile signings, while WWE has been doubling down on locking in its roster with long-term deals and carefully constructed storylines that make departures more complicated. The wrestling veteran, speaking exclusively, claimed that WWE's new way of presenting talent under Triple H is subtly manipulative. By positioning mid-card names in stronger roles and teasing them with longer arcs, the company creates the illusion of opportunity while simultaneously binding talent closer to the brand. "It's a psychological game," the veteran said. Triple H is smart. He knows AEW is hungry to poach disgruntled WWE stars, so he creates just enough hope to keep people from walking out the door. But in reality, most of them are never going to reach the level they're promised. This theory resonates with fans who have noticed that several wrestlers who were rumored to be unhappy last year have seemingly cooled their frustrations after being involved in more meaningful TV segments, even if their momentum fizzles out later. The veteran argued that the strategy works in the short term, but is ultimately detrimental to talent freedom. If a wrestler considers jumping to AEW, they may now hesitate out of fear that WWE will bury them on their way out or manipulate their perception to fans by framing them as unreliable or ungrateful. What Triple H has done differently from Vince McMahon is package control as opportunity. With Vince, you either sank or swam, and everyone knew it. With Hunter, he convinces you that you're being given a fair chance. But really he's tying you down creatively and contractually, the veteran noted. This new method is especially concerning for stars who value creative freedom, as AEW has positioned itself as a haven for wrestlers to craft their own identities without heavy restrictions. Interestingly, AEW's current landscape has added fuel to this argument. While Tony Khan's promotion has managed to secure major names like Bryan Danielson, Adam Copeland, and Mercedes Moné in recent years, its momentum has been met with a challenge of balancing screen time for its bloated roster. WWE veterans suggest that Triple H is using this weakness against AEW by warning stars internally that moving to the rival company may result in getting lost in the shuffle. This scare tactic, coupled with WWE's more secure global platform, leaves talent second-guessing their moves. The veteran pointed out that this strategy is not only detrimental to AEW's ability to recruit, but also toxic for WWE's locker room morale. Stars who feel trapped or tricked into staying may eventually grow resentful, which could create long-term unrest within the company. Fans have already seen glimpses of this frustration with certain performers who were once rumored to leave WWE, but instead signed new contracts under the Triple H era. While some were initially celebrated for betting on themselves, it soon became apparent that their pushes stalled out. For instance, multiple mid-card names were reintroduced in grand fashion only to fade back into lower-card feuds, leading some fans to question whether the supposed push was just bait to secure signatures. The wrestling veteran claimed that these patterns prove Triple H's methods are intentional. It's like dangling a carrot. He knows what buttons to press, and the boys in the back want to believe they're about to be elevated. But once the ink dries, the reality sets in. Not everyone can be a Roman Reigns, not everyone can be a Cody Rhodes, and certainly not everyone will be used to their potential. Hunter knows that, but he won't admit it to them, the veteran remarked. The broader implication is that WWE stars who genuinely want to explore AEW may never get the chance at their peak. By the time their contracts expire, their momentum and relevance could already be diminished, making their transitions less impactful. AEW, meanwhile, might begin to reconsider how aggressively they pursue WWE names, knowing that some arrive overexposed or creatively drained. AEW has to be careful. If Triple H keeps winning this game, they'll get WWE's leftovers, not its prime talent. That's what makes this dangerous. It's not about who jumps ship. It's about the condition they're in when they arrive, the veteran warned. This claim also raises questions about whether Triple H's approach aligns with the long-term health of the wrestling business as a whole. Competition thrives on the ability of talent to move freely between companies, keeping storylines fresh and fans engaged. By crafting an environment that dissuades departures, WWE could be contributing to a monopolistic structure, limiting creativity and leaving AEW at a disadvantage. However, some argue that this is simply smart business on Hunter's part. After all, WWE's job isn't to make AEW's life easier, it's to protect its brand. Supporters of Triple H would argue that giving more TV time to mid-carders, investing in longer stories, and offering stability are positive moves, even if they incidentally harm AEW's recruitment. Still, the wrestling veteran insisted that the truth lies in intention. If WWE were genuinely focused on elevating all talent equally, fewer wrestlers would feel stagnant or manipulated. Instead, the system appears designed to keep AEW from getting what it wants most: fresh, motivated stars with unfinished business. It's not about improving WWE. It's about blocking AEW. That's the bottom line, the veteran concluded. This debate is likely to intensify as the next wave of WWE contracts comes up for renewal. Already, rumors swirl about stars like Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and even Becky Lynch being potential free agents in the coming years. How Triple H handles these negotiations could set the tone for the industry's future. If more stars feel boxed in or creatively trapped, fans may eventually revolt against WWE's tactics, demanding that performers be given the freedom to thrive wherever they choose. Conversely, if WWE continues to deliver compelling storylines with these retained talents, the company may successfully justify its approach to the broader fan base. Either way, the tug-of-war between WWE and AEW has entered a psychological phase, with Triple H's strategy at the center of the storm. At its core, this issue highlights the fragile balance between loyalty, opportunity, and creative satisfaction in professional wrestling. Stars who once saw AEW as the promised land may now find themselves second-guessing their instincts, thanks to WWE's new tactics. Whether this is sustainable for the long term remains to be seen, but for now, the wrestling veteran's exclusive claim adds a new layer of intrigue to the ongoing WWE versus AEW war. It may no longer be about who can deliver the best shows week to week, but rather who can control the movement of talent most effectively. And in that battle, Triple H's approach may very well be the decisive factor that shifts the industry for years to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.